Amelia Earhart was more than a pilot. She was a symbol of courage. She dreamed bigger than most and chased those dreams across the sky. Amelia was a true pioneer, showing the world what a determined woman could achieve. Her flights weren't just journeys, they were statements of freedom and adventure. She inspired countless people, especially women, to reach higher. Amelia entered a male-dominated world with quiet confidence and steely resolve. Her ambition was to push the boundaries of aviation not just for herself but for everyone. She saw airplanes as tools for discovery and connection. Each flight tested her skill and endurance, making her a hero worldwide. She didn't just talk about equality, she lived it, flying when many thought women shouldn't. Amelia set records that opened doors for women in aviation and changed minds about women's roles. She became a symbol of progress, showing that courage knows no gender. Her legacy is one of challenging norms and expectations. Amelia's story is about daring to push past what is known. She took risks for what she believed in, living boldly and fully. Her courage is a key part of her enduring legend. That's why we still talk about her, still wonder about her. Her light continues to inspire us even today. She remains an icon of fearless exploration. Amelia Earhart's spirit launched a story that would change history. In 1932, Amelia Earhart captured the world's attention by flying solo across the Atlantic. She was the first woman to do it alone, a feat achieved by only a few men before her. Facing storms and ice, she landed safely in Ireland, becoming an international sensation overnight. Her flight proved women could be just as capable as men in aviation. The world celebrated her as a hero, but for Amelia, this was just the beginning. She continued to set records, flying coast to coast across the US and solo from Hawaii to California. Yet, her greatest ambition remained: to fly around the world at its widest point, the equator. This journey would cover nearly 29,000 miles, the ultimate test of skill and endurance. To help her navigate the vast Pacific, she chose Fred Noonan, an expert navigator. Their plan was ambitious and risky, starting from Oakland, California and heading eastward. The world watched, captivated by their daring adventure. Amelia was ready to push the limits once again. She was determined to circle the Earth, making history. This flight would be her most defining adventure. Every step was meticulously prepared, but the risks were immense. The sky was not her limit, it was her pathway. Amelia's spirit of adventure inspired millions to dream bigger. She was always looking for the next challenge. The world held its breath as she chased the horizon. Her journey was about to enter its most perilous phase. The Pacific leg was the most daunting, vast, empty water and tiny islands. Amelia and Fred had already crossed continents. Now they faced the hardest stretch. Their next stop, Howland Island, a minuscule target in the endless ocean. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca waited to guide them in, but radio contact was unreliable. Static interference and misunderstandings plagued their communications. As they neared Howland, tension mounted. Navigation had to be perfect. The Itasca picked up faint transmissions, cloudy weather, low fuel, and uncertainty. Amelia's voice was determined but strained. "We must be on you but cannot see you. Gas is running low. Been unable to reach you by radio." Her last confirmed message: "We are running north and south." Then silence. The Electra, Amelia, and Fred vanished over the Pacific. The dream flight had become a desperate situation. The world waited, hoping for a miracle. But the vast ocean gave no answers. The disappearance was sudden and chilling. No one knew what had happened. The greatest adventure had turned into aviation's greatest mystery. The silence from the Pacific was profound. Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan were lost to history. Their fate would haunt generations. The legend was born in that fateful silence. The world would never be the same. Panic set in as soon as Amelia vanished. The U.S. Navy and Coast Guard launched one of history's largest searches. Ships and planes scoured hundreds of thousands of square miles around Howland Island. The task was monumental, like searching for a needle in an endless sea. Weather hampered efforts, but hope persisted. Weeks passed as pilots and sailors searched day and night. They explored nearby islands, desperate for any sign. Amelia was a national hero. Finding her was a top priority. Despite unprecedented resources, the Pacific kept its secrets. No wreckage, no oil slick, no trace of Amelia or Fred was found. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. The official search ended on July 19, 1937. The world was stunned by the loss and the mystery. Newspapers filled with speculation and theories. The silence from the Pacific marked the start of an enduring enigma. Amelia's disappearance became aviation's greatest unsolved mystery. The most accepted theory is a tragic one. Amelia's plane ran out of fuel. Searching for Howland Island, low on fuel, they likely missed their tiny target. The Pacific offered no safe landing. A crash was almost inevitable. Navigational errors, poor weather, and unreliable radio all played a part. Even a small miscalculation meant disaster. With fuel gone, their options vanished. If the Electra crashed, it would have sunk quickly in the deep Pacific. The ocean near Howland is miles deep. Wreckage would be nearly impossible to find. Currents could scatter debris, making the search even harder. This theory explains why nothing was ever found. Despite extensive searches, the vastness of the ocean prevailed. Over the years, many have searched with advanced technology. Still, no confirmed wreckage has surfaced. The lack of evidence keeps the mystery alive. For many, this remains the most plausible end to Amelia's flight. A heartbreaking conclusion to a legendary journey. The world was left with questions, and a legend. Another theory suggests Amelia and Fred were captured by the Japanese. At the time, Japan controlled many Pacific islands and tensions with the US were high. Some believe Amelia accidentally flew over Japanese territory or was on a secret mission. Eyewitness accounts and stories of a plane crash on a Japanese-held atoll have surfaced. Some claim to have found aircraft parts or personal effects linked to Amelia, but solid proof is scarce, and many claims are disputed. The Japanese government has always denied involvement. No official records confirm the capture. Historians remain skeptical, citing lack of strong evidence. The theory persists, fueled by the absence of a crash site. It adds drama and intrigue to the mystery. Books and documentaries explore this possibility. The idea of Amelia as a prisoner is haunting but unproven. Without conclusive proof, it remains just one theory. The mystery endures, inviting speculation and debate. Amelia's fate remains unsolved. Beyond crash and capture theories, other ideas have emerged, some hopeful, some imaginative. Some believe Amelia and Fred survived on a deserted island, but no evidence supports this. Others suggest she faked her death and started a new life, but this seems unlikely for someone so public and dedicated. The truth is, what happened to Amelia Earhart remains unknown. In 2025, her disappearance is still one of the world's greatest mysteries. The lack of answers has allowed countless theories to flourish. Researchers continue the search, hoping new technology will reveal clues. Perhaps the Electra will be found, or a lost document will surface. Until then, the mystery endures, captivating each new generation. Amelia's legacy, though, is not defined by her disappearance. It's defined by her courage, achievements, and spirit. She broke barriers in the sky and inspired millions. Her story is about chasing dreams, no matter how daring. She remains a symbol of exploration and human potential. Her legacy is one of pushing limits and inspiring others. Amelia Earhart flew into legend, and there she remains. Her light continues to guide dreamers and explorers. She showed us the power of courage and vision. The world still looks to the horizon, inspired by her example. Amelia's story is a call to dare greatly and explore the unknown.